Most haunted places around the world. From the beginning of time, people have always been curious about what happens after life. Amidst the many theories is the idea of ghosts living among us, and with so many different ghost sightings, it's hard to put aside this theory. So with that notion in mind, we have compiled a list of the most haunted places around the world with many sightings. Tower of London. Throughout the tower's lifetime, it has been noted to be one of, if not the most haunted place on Earth. From the different sightings, which include Queen Anne Boleyn, Arbella Stewart, Thomas A. Becket, and even King Henry VIII, it surely makes it one spooky place. However, the creepiest reported sightings at the tower has to be that of Queen Anne Boleyn. She was married to King Henry VIII and was arrested and beheaded on May 19, 1536. Since then, several sightings of her headless body wandering around the tower has been reported. Monte Cristo Homestead. If the first place didn't get you creeped out, this place will. Monte Cristo is Australia's most haunted homestead, and with what has happened in that place, the title is well deserved. The homestead was created by Christopher William Crawley in 1885 and kept in the family until 1948. In 1963, the house was purchased by Reg and Olive Ryan, who took their time restoring the place back to its former glory. However, since purchasing that house, they have experienced a lot of abnormal activities. These abnormal activities are known to be attributed to the many tragic incidences that have occurred within that homestead. These incidences include the murder of a caretaker, a maid falling to her death from the balcony, as well as a mentally ill man kept captive at the residence and a baby thrown down the stairs. The list goes on, and so do the reasons as to why this place is one of the most haunted places in the world. Banff Springs Hotel. Although the hotel denies any allegations of their hotel being haunted in any way, there still have been many horrific reports. The most famous of the reports has to be about the missing room 873. It's been reported by many of the locals that a family was murdered in this room. Currently, room 873 is covered up with bricks, but many still report seeing the family wandering around the halls. Another recurring sighting is of the ghost of Sam Macaulay, who was a bellman at the hotel in the 60s and 70s. To this day, people still see Sam dressed in his uniform helping the guests. Castle of Good Hope. The Castle of Good Hope was created by the Dutch East India Company in the 17th century. The place served as a replenishment station for ships, but it was also known for the site of many executions. One of the more popular stories revolving around the castle is of former governor Peter Gijsbert van Noot. He had ordered an execution of 7 soldiers who were attempting to desert the military. He later died the same day of the executions. It's believed the death of Van Noot was attributed to the curse placed by one of the 7 soldiers that was ordered to death. The ghost of Van Noot is still seen walking about the castle to this day. The Beechworth Lunatic Asylum. The Beechworth Lunatic Asylum was originally known as the Mayday Hills Lunatic Asylum. This place is a decommissioned psychiatric hospital which is now owned by La Trobe University. They are open at night to allow people to visit their nightly ghost tours. There have been many sightings and stories about people's experiences at the asylum. One recurring sighting is of the ghost of Matron Sharp. She lived most of her life at the asylum, and her spirit has been walking down the staircase at nights and wandering throughout the asylum by days. Another ghost seen a lot by most is the ghost of Tommy Kennedy, who worked in the kitchen. When passing by the kitchen, many have felt a tugging of their clothes or a poking sensation. Akershus Fortress. The Akershus Fortress is known to be the most haunted place in Norway. The fortress served as a stronghold for Oslo in the 14th century and served as a prison in the 18th and 19th century. The Nazis also took control of the fortress in World War II and carried out many executions on the site. So there's no doubt that there could be possible ghost sightings. The most popular sighting is of a dog known as Malkanzian, who attacks anyone who approaches the castle and vanishes into thin air. It's also believed that if Malkinson approaches you, you're going to be faced with a painful death within the months to come. Ancient Ram Inn. The ancient Ram Inn is believed to be the most haunted place in all of England, maybe even more haunted than the Tower of London. It is said by many that this place was the center of many child sacrifices, evil demons, and devil worshippers. Throughout its existence from early 12th century, there have been numerous reports of disembodied voices, ghosts appearing out of nowhere, and the sensation of limbs and hair of the many people who stayed there being pulled. It's also reported by the current owner of the house that during his first night he was pulled off the bed and dropped on the floor. It is now the place where every ghost hunter and horror writer goes to experience all these abnormal activities. Babenhausen Barracks. Babenhausen Barracks was once a foothold for German soldiers during World War II. However, it's now used as a museum. People have reported seeing bloody German soldiers in their uniforms walking about the museum. It's also been reported that active soldiers who visited the museum received phone calls from a woman speaking backwards in their German or English. During the night, there are usually sightings of multiple ghosts appearing then disappearing, and the sound of German military commands echoing throughout the museum. Hope you weren't too creeped out. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more awesome videos.